everyone. I'm Peggy Rometo, and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, you guys, back here on the ranch, slowing down and allowing this peaceful property to be able to hold us and connect with us, our spirit, that part of ourselves that is resilient, that's everlasting, that always has the tools and the resources and the connections that we need. And we dial into that in this practice and awaken that part of ourselves that can always give us always the answer, the healing, the support, the ingenuity, everything that we need for us to be able to create our lives in the very best way. So, with this being Thanksgiving week, let's, with gratitude, step into that space of peace inside of ourselves and call all parts of ourselves home, bringing that into our heart, imagining the white light dropping all the way down through the body, out the bottom of the feet, into the center of the earth, into that sacred space that you've created. And then inhale that white light all the way back up the body, up to the crown of the head. Hold it for a count of 3. And then exhale, letting go all parts of the ego, all parts of the self, back down into the center of the earth with those long, relaxing breaths. And we'll do that cycle 3 times, and then we'll open to what's available for us this week. Okay, let's do that. Okay. So immediately what comes in is change, that there's this rolling energy that's inside of us and moving us forward, right? And so some of you may experience that as turbulence, asking you to let go of one behavior and step into another. Some of you may experience it as excitement, an opportunity for you to see something new for yourself and to reach out and to receive it. Others may experience it as just this whiteboard that you get to create whatever it is you want, and you don't quite know what that is yet. So this is a really beautiful week to move into, for first starting to allow for our own creativity, our own analyzing, stopping, looking to the past, what worked, what didn't work, and then kind of letting that go, and then opening us up to our potential, to possibility. We just had this huge eclipse a couple days ago, and that eclipse projects us forward, right? Whether you want it or not. And so for some people, if you weren't paying attention, it could feel like a shock. It could feel like, oh my God, this happened and I wasn't prepared for it. And that can be anything from, a diagnosis, to a loss of a friend, to a loss of a relationship, to a new beginning, to an opportunity, to something that is exciting for you, or could be experienced as scary, that, wow, I'm going to be out on my own for the first time, right? So there's a lot of things that are happening, and as I say, they're always happening for us, right? So this opportunity that's coming in this week, this energy is very benevolent, loving. There's they're showing me this beautiful purple energy like coming up to support you, right? To support you in creating yourself, how you want to be seen in the world. What's the identity that you want to lead with? How do you want people to feel you, right? To be able to perceive you. And so that comes from our own evolution, our own self-creation, right? And so being able to pause, slow down before we just automatically respond. The person that I want to be, once you create who you want to be in the world, then being able to use that template and to bring it to all conversations. Wait, if I'm saying this is who I want to be, would I say it with this tone? Would I act in this manner? Would I follow through in this way? So there's a whole opportunity for us to kind of give thanks for who we've been, and now to open up the door to who we want to create ourselves to be. So I see this as a very self-reflective opportunity, as well as creation, and being able to level ourselves up into what it is we want to create and or generate. So it's a really ripe time for ourselves to be able to move forward and actually receive the benefits, right? Because there's a harvesting that's happening and receiving of all the things that we've done. So don't be shy of being able to say, yes, I did that, or don't be shy of being able to say, yes, I'll accept your help, right? The universe is wanting to provide for us. And then, of course, here in the States, we have Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving for us is always about stopping and being in gratitude for the connections that we have in this world and what has sustained us through our life, and whether it's family, extended family, whether we look back historically, whether we move forward. But there is an opportunity always to give gratitude and to be in that space and to harmonize that space and to let go of any shame or trauma or ancestral healing that needs to happen. Allow it in, allow that in for our nation, allow that in for our world, and to really be part of the healing and really be part of the transformation of healing hearts and opening ourselves up to what's next for us. Okay, so it's a really, I see this as a crescendo week, starting with ourselves, how we want to be and occur in the world, and then moving forward to then finally towards the end of the week where it's Thanksgiving, and really give gratitude and really acknowledge the people that are around us, and even the property and the things and the possessions that we have that support us, right? From the food that we eat to the table that we're sitting at, or the picnic on the ground, or the connection with Mother Nature, right? All things that we can experience as gratitude. And a lot of us in this world didn't get to spend time with our loved ones last year. And there are plenty of people in this world who still are not allowed to be with their loved ones. You know, in the US, we're very fortunate that a lot of us have that ability to be able to choose. And a lot of other places, people aren't not having that opportunity to choose from themselves. They're doing things in a different way. So all there is to do is to always come from love and to always move with love, right? And do our best to love and support other people in whatever their experiences in this life, right? So moving into gratitude at the end of the week is very natural for all of us, providing we take the time for it, right? Because there are these other obstacles, storylines that want to come in and kind of steal the energy from the past, that want to kind of wreak havoc left over from the eclipse if you're not doing what you're being asked of for yourself. Some of you may experience some drama, some chaos towards the end of the week, left over from the eclipse, that are moving you forward, moving you forward to having the life that you want, even though it may be uncomfortable. And so let's see what else is in store for us this week. Some of you may find yourself doing some home repair. So you may notice that there's, things that will come up that you hadn't noticed before, whether it's something that's been on your mind, whether it's a handle on a door that is loose and now it finally falls off, or where there's a small leak in something and it finally gives way, right? So some of those projects that maybe you've been kind of delayed on finally, like, break and force you to do a little more something with it. So some of you may be experiencing things that you knew about but are finally like, oh, okay, I really need to handle it now. And so I see some of you doing some of those tasks that are just like not fun but necessary. All right, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. Obviously, a lot of people will be traveling or desiring to travel. And just relax into that place of peace inside of yourself, because you are a gigantic energy battery, right? Like, you can influence the people around you without saying a word. Being calm, being loving, being grateful is a vibration. And when you're traveling and other people are like nervous or afraid, or they're concerned, or they're amped up, we can influence that energy just by our presence. So just don't underestimate your capacity to influence and to get things to calm down without even saying anything. And you can do that in your family environment, and you can do that in a public environment. So just be aware that you may be called upon this week to kind of like, just relax. Yeah. And you guys notice when do you feel the opening in the heart, the relaxation in the heart? So I want to bring your attention to it and just kind of sink into that space of allowing it, and to go down through the body, and then just feeling the connection, right, of safety, of security, of love, and then honoring who you are. And then that that capacity then to move that out to other people. But we first must embody it. We first must slow down and recognize it inside of ourselves. And then you're able to breathe and send it out. Okay? All right, let's see if there's any final thing here. Yeah, the last piece is to be creative, not to worry about it, like how you want that creation to look. That's part of I guess our privilege, right? Is to be able to be creative beings and write it like this and then write it like that and change it this way and change it that way, and not feeling um, tied to any one thing, but allowing the creation to occur and allow yourself to have the freedom to think far out and to continue to change things in different ways. And I think doing that is you're going to find a lot of freedom in, and also be able to see that the end result, that the creator is going to be able to bring you what it is you're desiring, right? So eventually you'll sharpen it, and eventually you'll be able to go, aha, this is exactly what I want. And then we let go and detach and release it so that the divine can bring it to us. So just a huge opportunity for creation this week of writing ideas down and experimenting with them, and then really getting crystal clear and then letting it go so that the divine can really bring into you what you want. All right, you guys, have an amazing week. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. And even to those of you that don't celebrate it, I hope you feel the energy of the gratitude and the privilege it is to be living this time, this space, in this world, right? Under these conditions, to start to see it as a privilege, to be able to be here and to embody love, and to help meet anybody who's not in a loving space, who may be in a fear-based space, with compassion and patience, right? For us all. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing to the Weekly Wake Up, and your comments below, and wishing you all an abundance of love and anything else that you may be needing at this time in your life. Namaste.